Okay, we are live. A little late to the show today, so because of that, we're going to get into this pretty rapidly. I'm just going to post my notifications. I'm going to say hi to everyone, and then I think we're just going to get into this. Anyways, I'm your host, Get Good Fox, and it is time for another week of MechWarrior 5. You voted for the mechs, and we're going to play them. It's the Voter Mechs season 2, actually. Technically, we started doing this kind of like, oh, we'll try all the mechs out, but I didn't make it an official thing at first. But yes, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. As usual, though, I'm joined by my co-host, Dr. Sheriff Crab. How is it going today?
Going okay. I'm a little on the ropes, a little bit tired, but I think we'll be good for the next 2 hours. I've got some caffeine beside me, so I think we'll be ready to roll.
Yeah, I got my soda as well, actually.
What did you go for?
I went for the Mountain Dew.
Oh, the Mountain Dew. The
Yeah,
original.
well, there's also the Zero. I have the Mountain Dew Zero. I can't drink them back to back. If I drink the real Mountain Dew and then the Zero, oh man, that's when I really. If I haven't drank Mountain Dew for the day and I drink a Zero, I'm like, yeah, the Zero's not bad. But if I've had the real thing and then I drink the Mountain Dew Zero, oh man.
Yeah, it's
not. It's not good. It's not. Hold on a second. I need to grab my chapstick because I realized I don't have it. Give me one.
You can have as many moments as you want. My chat is not working. Why is that? Hello, Teddy Bear. Freddy.
All of this talking dries out my lips. All right, so like I said, we're a little late today, so I'm not going to talk quite as much. Let me just greet everybody down in Chatville, though. Happy Teddy Bear says, howdy, folks. Welcome to the show, Happy Teddy Bear. Freddy 4x4 says, greetings, Commander Fox and Dr. Sheriff Crab, ready for combat operations. Good. You know, we might be late, but Freddy 4x4 is not. That means we are good to go. So I went ahead and cleaned up some stuff. Not that there was much to clean up, but I'm going to try to, like, be a more responsible commander of this mercenary outfit and, like, try to stay on top of selling our stuff more free. I'm going to do it over in between the stream weekly resets, basically. And I found us a new area that we're at. So we are currently in the communications relay, which is a very small area. I just found some missions we can do. Since our mechs are stronger, we can do some slightly higher level missions as well. So while we're here, we might as well do it. So we've got... Our first mission of the day is going to be running on empty. This is a raid mission. Difficulty is 14. It's in a tourmaline desert.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it seems like it's... There we go. Look at that. Perfectly good paying. 2 million C-bills, 15 cents. See, we're at the point now where we're actually getting stuff. Oh, you got to try out the... got to try out that archer.
Okay. You should try out the flea.
Oh, the flea, of course. Yeah, I haven't tried the flea out. So I'm going to be trying out the flea, and then, I don't know, I'll just put them in... I'll put them in Panthers, because, you know, they'll be matching speeds with you.
Not. Oh, and it fit perfectly. Well, lovely.
Oh, I literally was not even trying to math
You're
anything
a liar.
out.
Don't lie, that was some quick math right there. You knew it.
I still cannot get over how small the flea is. Like, look, it's like... It's like... I mean, the Panther is like twice its height, and it's like, and they're in the same weight class.
Yeah, but it's like nearly twice the weight, to be fair, isn't it? Like,
I mean, I'll put it this way: I could see people building a flea in current day. It wouldn't be as good, obviously, but I could see them building a robot.
Yeah, I agree.
An operable robot with some guns. Like the flea is not like it doesn't seem unreasonable.
This area is heavily
Do not crash with that.
watch out for hostile reinforcements.
Okay, yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta make sure I don't crash into anything.
Honestly, don't even worry about shooting for the meantime.
So Happy Teddy Bear asks, I forgot, how did you get the archer this early? Well, we just bought it.
Yeah, we found
You know, like, even in the very beginning of the game, they sell all the mechs in the beginning of the game. Well, unless the mech hasn't been invented yet. All of the mechs are for sale, though, as long as they haven't been invented. So if you have the money, you just buy it.
Like, in theory, you could literally get the Annihilator from, like, day one, but we're not playing this in any form of, like, structured way. It's like, get the mechs, test them, move on.
Yeah, it was in the budget. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So, like, I am not going in first. I'll say one thing, that archer is pretty hot, but let me tell you, it also does a good bit of damage. Meanwhile, I'm using the flea to clean up some of this junk on the battlefield. The flea is a kind of a scary mech to use because anything that hits you is bad, but it does have a lot of firepower for its size. Kind of like a miniaturized fire starter.
Yeah, that's why
I would still prefer the fire starter over it, given that they're the same speed and the fire starter feels safer to use. Man, there's no good way to descend down unless we just drop down.
I'm not against that.
Well, if we descend down, it'll just be the two of us, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine with that.
Well, let's have a look first. Let's have a look first. Just in case. You never know. Are you hiding anything?
I'm zooming in. They got a tank.
I wonder, can we destroy it from here?
Maybe. I certainly can't. Oh, there's a manticore.
I don't know what destroying is the problem. I think the answer is no.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go down there. That urban mech sees you though.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna drop down. Whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Whatever.
Oof. My old knees. Gonna cool down a little bit. Hello.
Objective down.
I don't know what I'm shooting at, but
Yeah, you killed him.
that's all that matters
No,
with this
they
mech.
jumped down.
Oh, did they drop down?
And they didn't take any damage either, amazingly.
I wonder if they improved the AI to know how to drop down.
That's a real content that we wanted.
But that's actually an upgrade to the AI. Because, like, the AI not knowing how to drop down ledges meant you would have to go all the way around the ledge if you wanted them, unless you didn't mind separating from them.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operations.
Lycan Metal is here. He says, Ugly Gang is here. Welcome to the show. Lycan Metal.
This mech is definitely spicy.
It's hot, but let me tell you, when the enemies get close to you, it does a good bit of damage. I have a feeling that mech is going to be really good with double heat sinks, though. I think that's really going to...
For sure.
It's going to be...
some Artemis SRMs as well, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be pretty fantastic.
And at fair, it's not exactly got like super high level PVC.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, we're using some pretty jank equipment overall.
Let's do this. Tango down.
Goes to show you how good the PVCX is. Literally every weapon or every mech we have on the field, apart from yours, has it on.
Yeah, I mean, the only mech that I'm suspicious of using a PPCX is anything that's like, you know, like 44 kilometers or slower. That's what I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know about that now.
I know what you mean.
Brother Captain Cog says that Space Marine 2 is looking to be a pretty good game. I was listening to hear some people like, I'm not sure what this, I'm not sure. Maybe if some of my friends buy it, I'll get it. I'm not gonna buy it just to stream it though. I don't like paying $60 for a game just to stream it, because like, you know, that's a bit of a rough deal there.
Yeah, it's not a super good business investment.
But if some of my friends wind up picking it up, I'll give it a shot. I did play the first Space Marine game quite a bit, actually. I got like all of the... I fully unlocked all the content in it, maxed out everything in it. That was when I was a much bigger Warhammer fan, though. I'm not as big of a Warhammer fan anymore. Like, I used to collect all the books, and I used to read all the books and everything. But, not so much, and I used to get all the games too. Not there. Originally, they didn't make very many Warhammer games. Now Warhammer games are like maybe not a dime a dozen, but they make a lot more of them now.
What the hell is that?
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Take him out.
Target
When I play as a
destroyed.
small mech like this, usually my job is to clean up all the junky enemies first. Just because I can race around and quickly strip all the turrets and tanks out.
It does a pretty good job of it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly why I like to do it. Then I will, you know, circle back around to deal with the mechs afterwards. I also don't mind if the initial shots head towards me just because, like, I'm pretty confident that they're going to have trouble hitting me. At a long range, especially.
Do you see the ground satellite there? That is like my absolute favorite thing to destroy in this game.
Is it like the,
That thing that just exploded.
this
Damn, I
guy's
lost it.
trying to slap me with the old AC-20, but that's not going to happen.
I like the way they blew up.
I'm going to stay away from him.
Another Manticore. Oh my god.
Target destroyed.
Target down.
Acquired.
Enemy transport. touching
Wow, they
down.
did a good bit of damage to me
That
there,
was a great
surprisingly,
showing,
so I'm
Commander.
gonna
I
gonna
bet
hide
you
for
will
a
be pleased
moment.
with our success. Now get back to the dropship, ASAP.
Yeah, it does not take long for the damage to build up on those.
We got a medium mech approaching from behind. It's an assassin.
Target is
Do
done.
you want to kill it, or do you want to go?
Target acquired.
I'm gonna send our guys out, and I mean, like, I'll go stand near the objective if you want to take them out real fast,
Target destroyed.
Yep.
and then I can just step in. One thing I forgot is that I haven't developed my pilot's evasion skill. Your evasion skill plays a big role on the enemy's accuracy.
Where is it? Why are these guys coming this way?
Wait, did they kill it already?
No, I don't think so. They couldn't have, could they? Could they?
I mean, I can wait for a moment.
No,
Oh,
there.
no, there it is. There it is.
Boss, let's light it up.
I'm like, you know, I know the assassin isn't a very tough mech, but I see him getting splashed by all of the PPCXs.
Destroyed.
It's dead.
All right, here we go. In we go.
Commander. Job well done.
Number 6 says, "Hey all, how's it going, Number 6? Welcome to the show." But yeah, I might play Space Marine too. It just depends. I got to do a little bit of research on it. I got to see like what kind of continuous content they've got, like what kind of like replayability the game has. Obviously, if you like the multiplayer mode, that's going to be a big deal. But you know, I'll just have to see. I got to do a little bit of research. Let's go ahead and sell the assassin. 1.1 million. That was a good price for it. What was up with that? Oh, okay. The engine survived. That's what it is. So I came
just
to,
legs.
you know, like the next time we fight a cicada, we should try to destroy its legs to see if we can salvage them with the engine intact. Just because,
Sounds good to
like, the engine is what's valuable on those. And just as a way to see, like, you know, can we earn a little more money? So here's an infiltration. I'm just gonna go money. I guess it doesn't matter because we don't have enough to work with on the. But you know, it's still 1.7 million.
Extreme weather conditions means you'll be
Yeah, we
dealing
need to
with
try and go for
limited
legs and heads, I
visibility
guess.
and compromised sensors on this mission.
All right, so this is an infiltration mission. All of our mechs are the same speed, so it kind of doesn't matter.
I'm bringing in
I'll use the javelin.
don't think I've used the commando yet. Not that it really matters because it's only an infiltration, but
We do have a commando in reserve, but I wanted to wait until we earned a bit more money before I repaired it.
I was going to ask, is it the same one?
Commander, I've
Oh,
dropped
I
you
don't know
right
the
on
model,
front
actually.
line with hostile forces. Our client is requesting a meet
know,
at
welcome
a
to
small
service.
border checkpoint
No, no,
up ahead
no.
regarding our assignment here.
Like, here's what we're seeing a rise of in Western gaming, though. Coinciding with the rise and fall of DEI games, like ugly DEI games like Concord, we're also seeing the rise of waifu games. Like, waifu games, apparently they've always been around, but I feel like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail really kind of got the ball rolling. And now you're just seeing lots of waifu games, almost as like it's almost as if it were like it emerged, awakened in response to like the prevalence of like DEI gaming.
it's also good to see a almost like protest to it. Like, you know, if the mainstream wants to, you know, do themselves in by, you know, falling down a rabbit hole that is basically not going to give them any serious real profit, and they're going to make huge losses. Hopefully what happens in that you'll see the Western developers and market notice that in the East these games are coming through, and they're coming through and making a lot of money, because there's only one thing that these companies care more about than virtue signaling, and that's making money. And when they see they're not making any money, they will change their mind.
Happy Teddy Bear says that he would be celebrating if the games weren't funded by Tencent and a known asset of the CCP. Well, it's like, I gotta have my entertainment from somewhere, and I'd much rather get my entertainment from Tencent and the CCP than DEI, if I have to make that choice. Oh, there's, oh, okay, that actually scared me. I was like, wait a second, there's a Centurion here. But that's right, it's like, it's all about the detections. Wait, if we free this mech, it's gonna go rogue on us.
Let's wait to the end.
Teddy Bear says he rejects both. Well, I mean, I guess there's no games to play then. It's like if you don't want Chinese games and you don't want DEI games, well then I'm afraid there are no more games.
I guess just the old games, classics. That's what you got left.
I mean, I personally don't care about like the CCP. Like that's not like something that like I'm not like invest. I don't have a dog in that game.
I'm gonna go up this hill.
The target is calling for help.
Oh,
Damn, he detect that's me. I'll finish him off real fast.
you need a hand?
I don't think so. It's a blackjack, but I'm pretty sure I can take out the blackjack.
Yeah.
Even with these crummy SRMs. Okay, that's the end of him.
No alarms raised.
Alright, so I got this one.
Package secured.
I found a free loot. One that
Those
wasn't marked.
weapons will make a fine addition to the armory.
I actually got confused between you and I was like, wait a second. Where am I?
Package
Yeah, I went up this ridge to
acquired.
pick another one up. Oh, there's 2 more loots here. Excellent. Level 2 flamer. An objective.
Data transfer complete.
And
We'll be sure to put that ammo to good use.
ammo. And what's this one gonna be?
Yeah, it's like some people are concerned about like their data being stolen, but one day I just sat down and I'm like, what kind of data are they getting from me? Like the fact that I watch like really weird like pizza and sausage videos, like, oh, we've learned that Fox is watching people make a popcorn sausage where the dough has been infused with corn kernels. So I was like, you know what? They can have my data, because it's like, anytime I use the internet for something like, oh my god, what if I search the news? I just use like a browser that, like an Onion browser or something. And like they can't collect the data off of an Onion browser.
What about the like reputation destruction? Since you're watching and you know things about making weird pizzas, there's a lot of enemies around this objective. Do you want to just leave, or do you want me to run in and grab it?
See, that's a good point. So Teddy Bear is like, they might learn that I watch a lot of Waluigi hentai. Well, that's good. Like, you can basically, like, shock them. And they'll basically be like, oh my god, why are we spying on people when I have to see this? Like, you know, that's the key right there. Do you want to, yeah, if it's safe, go ahead and grab it, and then I'll take us out.
I'm not sure how safe it is. I'll have a look around the corner here. There's an urban mech.
If you find the
doesn't see
acquisition,
me.
just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
I think it's
I mean, to me, it's a really,
yeah,
it's
just
kind
go.
of a complicated, I mean, do you want me to take us out?
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Okay. It's a complicated, it's kind of like, you know, like, okay, maybe a year ago, I was more invested in not having my data taken, but it's one of those things where it's like, The amount of like, okay, you can protect your data through a process called compartmentalization. I can actually show you. So down here, you can see that I have 4 different kinds of web browsers. This is Brave browser. This is Firefox, Opera, and you'll notice I'm actually using 3 of them simultaneously. Like, that's one of the ways you can compartmentalize, because when you type into the browser of one... If you type into one browser, they should not be able to communicate between the programs. And if you want to go, oh, we were like 2 salvage off of the blackjack. If you want to go even farther, you can like, you can use like an Onion browser or something like that. But you can compartmentalize. But it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, it's a lot of effort. And people can say, well, that's what you have to do if you want to be free. And I don't know. That's all I can say is, I don't know, in one more year, I don't know, maybe no one's even going to care. And then the counter argument will be, that's why we are losing our freedoms, because nobody cares. I think it's just a gravitational thing. I don't think there's any way... I think we're just going to have to lose our freedoms one way or the other. Because, like, I don't see how you can possibly cause a meaningful quantity of people to care about having their data taken. It's also all, like, theoretical, too. My opinion is that our data is going to get taken and then nothing happens. We're just going to get, like, targeted advertisements or something. I don't know. Maybe they'll be like, oh, now that we know your data, we can clap our hands, spin around 3 times, say Bloody Mary, and show up behind you and, like... take you off and, like, take you to China and put you in the gulag or something. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. To me, it's just, like, I feel like I have other... I just can't be... There's so many... If you want to get right down to it, all of the crazy things that you need to kill, the microplastics, like, don't use plastic and don't drink the water, without filtering it. Like, there's so many things. It becomes very difficult to care about everything.
Yeah, and with targeted advertisement by itself, like, who cares? Like, surely, if anything, it's a convenience. Because if there's a particular thing that they know you're, like, super interested in, and you're, like, getting, let's say you're, like, I'm not interested in makeup. It may shock some of you, but I'm not interested in buying that. And if I was getting loads of adverts for that, I'd be like, I'm not really into this, but I really like video games. And I'm getting loads of video game ads.
When I get video game ads, I don't have a problem with that. In fact, the ads that annoy me are the ads that are in, like, Spanish or something, and I don't speak Spanish. Like, why are you sending me a Spanish ad? We're gonna do something. We got a ×4 multi-op here.
Ooh.
We're going in.
Heavy weather warning is in effect, Commander.
So this is a potential for big money. We may need to ration our mechs, though. Like, maybe we should send 3.
×4, and we have...
Let me see what the let me see what the sequence of missions are. It's going to be Battlefield, Beachhead, Battlefield, Warzone. Okay, a lot of fighting. I feel like we should use the Archer sooner rather than later, so we can get it repairing and use it for another battle.
And we also want the fast mechs for the Beachhead, so yeah, I agree. Bring the Archer.
Okay, I'll use the Archer.
Bringing 3 is probably a good idea.
Yeah, we'll cut one of them off.
Reserve the Shadowhawk, and I will bring my Commando, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so this will be the Beachhead, then we've got the... this is the Warzone, then the Beachhead, Warzone.
Yep. Yeah, I want my Shadowhawk for the Beachhead, I think.
As long as we don't get owned, this should pay out pretty nicely.
And even if we do get owned, yeah, probably still will.
There's another problem I have, though. Like, there's a lot of things to care about, and if you care about all of those things, you also kind of need to keep it to yourself, because I'm not going to lie, when somebody walks up to me who cares about, like, how many layers of internet security are you on, brother? Like, are you that canister, that canteen of water you're drinking from, is it made out of nylon or plastic? When I run into people who are, like, really concerned about those things, I know what they're talking about, but I'm kind of like kind of a loser. Like, get away from me, you weirdo. Like, I can't help but feel like that.
No, I feel like that as well, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look at this sad little factory. Look at it.
Oh, good point.
This is is what you get.
These
Should've done it.
factories used to be so hard to destroy. Wait, are we getting allies?
Imagine building things. I don't know. Oh, no, that's Rihanna.
Because she psyched
Bye.
me out for a moment.
Target acquired.
All right, so this is mission 1 out of 4 in a ×4 mission series, hoping for something
Target
decent there.
destroyed.
See, like, our ally actually hit you, but it didn't do any damage.
Yeah,
But if you
and
shot
then
him,
my
it would
mech's
do
ugly.
damage.
Yeah, no, my mech's ugly.
Additional tangos en route to
Oh,
your
the mech is...
position, Commander.
Oh, because it's the commando?
I still got the paint damage.
Oh. The commando has abs. Like, it's got, like, little, like, abdominal muscles that they designed onto it.
Target
It's such
destroyed.
a cool mech, honestly. I like it.
Like, the commando, like, goes to the gym.
He does. It's just like a cool little mech.
Acquired.
It looks cool.
Scrap that one.
It's funny, too, because it's, like, just this little scout mech. Like, it's usually not a mech that gets any respect, because it's just like, oh, a little dinky little scout mech. Like, it's like in MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, it is the mech you start with. You start with a commando. A non-canon variant of it, though.
Target
There
acquired.
can only be one commando around here, mister. Yep. Ah, weird.
I'm gonna let you guys have that while I get this trebuchet real fast. I'm gonna have words with them. Ah, the AI, the amazing AI at work right here. Oh man, now that was an ambush. Man, I knocked out that trebuchet in a single rear armor alpha strike.
Commando really.
How's the archer
tell you
treating
what.
you? Asked Teddy Bear. I mean, this archer, the 2K archer, is really nice. It is, of course, a based Kuritan model, so I'm not surprised that it's really good, but it's quite good.
New target javelin.
You see when you're doing your
Target acquired.
review of the commando, your build guide for the commando, this thing is dangerous. Like that's how much damage
New
that one
target
commando just did to me.
indicator.
I mean, I gave the javelin, I think, a 4 on the threat rating. I would not be opposed to giving the commando a 4 as well, because the commando is very similar to the javelin, honestly.
Maybe a 3 for the lesser armor, perhaps.
Target acquired.
No!
Bad news,
Attack me!
Commander.
I am not the main
More hostiles
enemy here.
found on your position. Get ready for some company.
All I know is that this mech does get hot, but that's okay. Because I can use the SRMs as well. In the event I need to ration my heat.
Target destroyed. New target Phoenix Hawk. Target acquired.
Another thing is the PPCs are located in the arm, which makes it a little bit easier to take out those helicopters that would have otherwise been too high above me. The medium mech is a Phoenix Hawk, the light mech is another commando.
Got your baddie in sight.
Here we
Yeah,
go, I'm gonna let him have it.
We've got a baddie in sight.
I'm like, would that be a word that's still in circulation in the year 3000? Calling people baddies?
Yeah, but he's saying it like.
Well, it's like we don't even
the
use
good
that
way.
anymore. Like nowadays, if someone is a baddie, they're an attractive woman.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. He got some waifus on the field.
Yeah, it's like when people say, I'm looking for a bad, they're talking about attractive women.
Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you.
Mission complete, Commander.
Damn.
Every kill from
Okay, well, like I said, we're in a ×3 series. I feel like our damage is pretty good. I feel like the archer will be ready by probably the 3rd mission, maybe the 4th.
Sizable hold of this area. Fall back to the
I was gonna
points
escape with this
when you're
mech,
ready
will
for
I?
evac.
Oh, yeah, let's just get out of here. I mean, anything we get out of a ×4 is going to be fantastic. I mean, I got a great feeling about this Archer 2K. I feel like we could probably pick up a few more of these 2Ks. Like, obviously, they're a little bit hot, but I mean, when we get Lost Tech unlocked, I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty good.
I'll tell you what, we did notice, I think in the last playthrough, the potential of Lost Tech is crazy. Like, there's so many mechs that just go from, like, really not good to, like, insanely good with it.
Yeah, some mechs are fine without the Lost Tech, and then some mechs are like, I kind of want these LRMs. So let me, like, I'm gonna take the Commando instead of the Trebuchet because I kind of want the these LRMs. These tier 1s are pretty nice, actually. I'll let the rest of the stuff roll. Well, let me see if there's anything we need. We don't need any of that. So I just want the Commando and the LRMs, and then we'll let the 5 roll over.
It goes to show how busted up my Commando was and how, like, unbusted up your Archer was. And yeah, it's going to take more days to fix the Archer.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I guess it's like the quantity of armor that has to be replaced. Where meanwhile the Panther just needs like 4 days.
Like,
okay, so this is the beachhead.
Damage, and I'm on like, I'm at 81 damage. I'm like on like the ropes, and you took like 130, and it's like, 'tis but a scratch.
Do you want to use the Shadowhawk on this one?
I do want to use the Shadowhawk in this one, indeed.
Right, I'm going to use the Flea.
A kind of broken, weird one.
Let me see what kind of environment this is. This is a desert environment.
Sure. This will be fun.
So we are sending 3 mechs at a time because we are in a ×4 mission, so, like, we're trying to ration our mechs.
Sorry about the long walk, Commander. I can't.
If we had 2 mechs more, maybe we could have done it.
Yeah, for sure.
The orbital defenses for this planet. Once you've captured this installation, our employer
it's
will
a
be
straight
able to
line. I like that.
invasion force.
I like it.
I'll be waiting nearby to pick you up.
All right,
Our
let the
employees can't
reconnaissance
drop ships
begin.
until the satellite relays controlling air and orbital weapons are destroyed. Destroy them.
Anyone want to answer the call?
Guess okay, there we go. There's the artillery. It's all the way back in the corner of the base.
Enemy artillery to be
I mean,
relentless.
it's probably exactly where you'd put it.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that means there won't be any surprise artillery, though.
Units must be eliminated.
Well,
We
if
don't
there
have
is,
good
we'll see it
intel
on
on
the
their
map.
location.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
will
that's
have to
also
search
true.
for them. Or just wait until they start shooting at you.
No, I mean, it's a bit late for that. No harm to you, Rihanna. That was the worst intel I've ever heard.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, how do you find the artillery? Oh, just wait for them to start shooting. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, but she said it after the like shot at us like twice already. It's like, oh, thanks for that.
Oh, we got a medium mech behind us.
Blackjack.
What? Where'd he spawn in from?
A blackjack. I guess he was supposed to be guarding the base, but he derped out. That's fine though, we can take him. Yeah, I see our guy is up in there just mixing it up on him.
Where'd he go?
I'll let you guys finish him off. I don't want to accidentally
Ooh,
machine
that
gun
one.
people up.
That jumper meleeed him and nearly died. Leave him here, maybe.
What happened?
Look at the Javelin's armor.
Yeah, I guess we can leave him here.
He kind of got mucked up. I think he got like meleeed by that.
Probably just sucks ass is the issue.
Yeah, that's also true.
And I'm here.
Yeah, we'll stay there.
Unless an enemy spawns right on top of him and finishes him off. But if that's the case, there's nothing we could have done anyways.
He would have got finished off up here anyway.
Alright, we're at the second location. I mean, once we get our allies in, that should compensate.
Here.
Scratch that one.
Okay, I guess they're just not going to defend the satellite. I mean, that's fine.
So we should be getting some. Oh, wait.
Wait, what is this? And a light mech. It's a Panther. Is the fact that I'm shorter, like, helpful? Like, are you able to shoot over me?
Yeah, actually, I have been able to do it.
What isn't helpful
Yeah.
for me is the fact that I can't see what I'm shooting at, and I don't know when you're in front of me.
first mission lets you fight a Panther immediately after you just fought a Centurion.
I'm guessing that he is supposed to be the guardian of this base. I think each base was supposed to have one guy on duty, on guard duty. And since these were so close together, that's my guess at least. One thing I love about flamethrowers and machine guns is they break through buildings and walls very easily, allowing me to cut through these and take out the objectives.
Enemy radar capability has been disabled. The relay system is disabled. Friendly drop
Works
ships
for me.
en route.
Wolverine.
I definitely could use some allies, though, since our guy is back there, chilling. I'm going to try to get the artillery cannons.
Additional friendlies are entering the combat zone.
Yeah, what I can say about the fleet, I mean, the fleet is pretty good, but I would still rather use a fire starter, because that little bit of extra, well, not little bit, that significant extra armor is significant.
I get completely focus fired on, even though the
That's one
allies just
sector.
dropped in the base.
Yeah, I got this urban mech on me. I'm trying to shake him right now. I'm inside the base, though, so I imagine the walls are going to block him. Oh, I see you're fighting that Phoenix Hawk. All right, I'm on the way as well. They brought the Wolverine with them.
New target, Phoenix Hawk.
I guess I better get this Wolverine's attention. Turn around. Oh, here's this guy.
Destroyed.
Don't know what I'm shooting or what I'm hitting, or if I'm getting a red target indicator. That means I'm hitting something.
Target acquired.
Reef.
Okay, I'm gonna head over to the other artillery.
I'll capture the base, I guess.
That urban mech is in there, so be careful.
Target acquired.
Okay, once I get over here, I'll knock out these artillery cannons, and that should be the end of it. Oh, a turret. That's the end of him.
Target
A
acquired.
tank. I'll deal with the tank. That's the end of him. I think I can walk over these, I'm pretty sure.
Target acquired.
Even though I think it's just walls that I can't walk over. I'm pretty sure I can squish these. Yes, good, I can.
Base clear of any additional hostiles.
Alright, that
while we
should be
take
all the
control.
artillery cannons. I'm gonna regroup
Call.
right now.
We've got hostile aircraft on approach. You've got incoming. Stop them from recapturing the base.
Target
Ah,
acquired.
we have an issue here now.
Objective complete, Commander.
Now we just have to, like, hope that the final wave isn't ridiculous. Beachheads are always, like, a bit rough. Like, they're one of, like, the more difficult. I can't do anything about those aerial vehicles, unfortunately.
Target destroyed.
I'm not super hot against them either, actually.
Hopefully our allies, we have a lot of them here, hopefully any of them can shoot them down. That would be amazing. That would be great. That would be wonderful. If only the Javelin didn't get so beat up. The Javelin has the exact weapons. Really? Are they dogfighting? Are the helicopters dogfighting each other? Oh, they just owned our helicopter. We got a Commando 1B coming in. I'm moving to intercept and hopefully not crash into him. I'm in pursuit.
Target
Okay.
destroyed.
You know, there are still people who do not believe in machine guns and flamers in MechWarrior 5, despite it being like, what, like 5 years old?
Target acquired.
They're undeniable.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, it's gotta be a hangover of previous games, because yes, in the previous games, machine guns and flamers may not have been... I mean, I was always a flamer user, even in, like, the older games. They didn't do any damage originally, but they would still overheat the mechs. They always added heat. That was always their mechanic, and that was pretty useful still. And it wasn't like the flamer weighed a lot. It's not like you sacrificed very much to have a flamer. Dara is here. He says, good afternoon, Fox, Sheriff, and company. I see the sexy flea going strong. Raise the beach up. Right now we're just trying not to die. This mission has been rather challenging.
I'm kind of on the ropes.
And while it's true that I can make the flea work, I definitely prefer the fire
Target
starter.
acquired.
I hope there's no more enemies.
Organized.
Okay, there are
Expect a
enemies.
large attack very soon.
One heli chopper
Target
Oh, no.
destroyed.
right on top of me.
Okay, I'm heading back right now.
I ran away.
I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. Also, we've got... Okay, they destroyed... Wait, I guess an enemy spawned over there. A Phoenix Hawk, an assassin. Ooh, they're all by me. Let me break contact real fast. I don't have a way up, so I'm just gonna run away.
Good idea.
This stupid crater is, like, humongous, so I can't... I have to go the long way. Alright, I made it up the crater and I'm coming back around.
Target
Oh,
acquired.
goodness sake.
Did he go down the hill?
They all went down, yeah.
Maybe we can get them to separate a bit. I kind of want the Jenner first because it's the most fragile, but I'll take whoever comes first.
Okay, Jenner is separating.
So the Phoenix Hawk is trapped in the base geometry. Alright, good. The Jenner is separating.
Oh, I can't
I'm
make
on the
it.
Jenner right now. Oh, do not crash. Do not crash.
Everybody's coming up now.
Alright, I got the Jenner and I'm backing off.
Target acquired.
They are about to bring me down. Ooh, that guy is still on me. I gotta run away. Okay, they're not on me anymore. It doesn't matter that I'm about to die. I have to fight to the death in order to make this work, so I'm just gonna attack. Okay,
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
okay. Maybe I can overheat them.
Ammo depleted.
Nope, they got me, but I think you can finish him off.
Oh, can I? I've only an SRM4 left.
He's pretty beat up. And I'm hoping the flamers that I put on him are good enough.
Oh my
This
god.
thing.
Die.
This thing has so much armor.
Whose leg is it? I can't tell anymore.
I mean, I wish they would keep flaming him because he keeps jumping.
Conditions are clear for the invasion.
Okay, there we go.
Stations, this is Sierra 1-1.
Yeah, you bend over.
Be advised, we've just completed a
You bend
re-entry.
over.
Lights are green. Dropships can now land. Sierra 1-1 out.
Now, since this is a multi-mission, this should still be pretty profitable. Since the flea should be even if the flea gets destroyed, it should be a really inexpensive repair job.
Yeah. And I really only lost 2 SRMs. So, not the end of the world either.
Yeah, we got 3.8 million. Like, that should definitely cover us. Let's take the Jenner.
We had to do a 2,000 damage.
I'm gonna let the yeah, look at that. The total damage we incurred was like 777,000. So even with all of the damage combined, like that's still nothing. Like it's not even like, it's like what, like a fifth of our total, because like we earned like 3.8 million.
Bad news, Commander.
So that's
Extreme
still
weather conditions
perfectly
means
fine. I'm gonna
you'll
send
be
him
dealing
in
with
though.
limited visibility and
We'll sell the other
compromised
things.
access on this mission.
We'll sell the other things off once we clear out the entire mission. So the Archer is ready again. Do we want to use the Archer on this mission?
I don't think it matters too much which one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably doesn't matter. How many mechs do we have ready? One. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So we can bring 4 in one mission. I think we bring 4 in the mission. We don't have the
That's probably a good idea.
Archer.
Okay, I'll send him in the Javelin. What is the best light mech? Asks Captain Cog. I mean, are you asking what is the best light mech chassis or the exact best model? Because like that does kind of the answer changes.
Reactor
It also kind of depends on how you quantify the best, because some light mechs are better for fighting, while others are better for, like, you know, just racing to complete objectives. Like, the Spider Anansi is really good, but it's not as good of a fighter as some other mechs.
I mean, it's probably Firestarter. Or the Wolfhound was very good as well.
Return to the hangar looking like Swiss cheese. Good luck.
Like, it's like, basically, the word best is a kind of loaded term. The Panther P, I would vouch for that one. But I haven't used the 10P, so, you know, maybe not.
Your location at any moment. Time to earn our pay.
new target.
Like, if I had to pick what is the most combat-capable light mech, it's probably either the Wolfhound Grinner or
The Raven Hugin was very good.
one of the fire starters.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, the Firestarter hero variants are really similar to each other, like the Ember and all of them. They're not terribly different. They're all quite good.
High there.
But like the high there is also quite good. The Wolverine Grinner is really nice though. No, yeah, not the Wolverine Grinner, the Wolfhound Grinner. But like I said, the Spider Anansi is also quite good. So the best overall, if I just had to pick it by chassis, then it would be the Firestarter and the Wolfhound. Like, there may be other individual light mechs that can fight well, but in terms of just the overall chassis, without that, that's much easier. That's way easier to answer. It's the Firestarter and the Wolfhound.
Target acquired.
And then the best models would be the Wolfhound Grinner, but honestly, all the Wolfhounds are pretty good. But the Grinner is definitely the best. And then, like, all of the Firestarters are good. There aren't any bad Firestarters, really. But, the Ember... I don't know which of the hero mechs is the best, but the Ember is a good one.
They really are gunning for you, Commander. Watch out.
Like, they are so good that you could do maximum difficulty missions with them. Like, they have no problem dealing with, like, even assault mechs.
Target is done.
Destroyed.
But there are other useful light mechs. Like I said, the Spider Anansi is really... It's not a bad fighter either. It's a pretty good fighter, but it's especially good for anytime you just need to do something quickly. Like, it's probably the best reconnaissance mech. Although maybe the Hugin can, you know, rumble with it. The Hugin was pretty good as well.
Also, that Raven that had the ECM and the BAP as well was pretty nice for like the infiltrations and stuff.
Yeah, the 3L.
But it's probably not enough to have it, you know, considered one of the best.
I mean, I would say it might be the best infiltration mech.
Target acquired.
Yeah, probably is that.
I mean, there's other very good competitors, like
no,
the Javelin High there is quite good. But the thing is, I haven't used literally every single light mech, so there could be a few hidden ones that, you know, maybe it was secretly really good and I didn't know it. But even with that list, that's more than enough of a list to have really good light mechs. And I'd be happy to use any of them. Like, when I play the game, just, you know, and I use whatever I want, I always go for fire starters.
More hostiles entering.
Why do I have to travel so far just to squish this one vehicle? The answer is because he's trapped in the game geometry.
Whatever else.
There's other good light mechs, though. They're not quite as good, though. But, like, the Javelin is really good. As just, like, the entire chassis is really good. Like, that's another mech that I like to get early in the game, or just getting some Javelins. Like, I'll trade out a lot of mechs and upgrade into Javelins and fire starters.
And honestly, the hero Lucas isn't that bad either.
Target acquired.
Oh, the PB.
Yeah. The Pirate's Bane, or the baby peanut butter.
Yeah, that's another one where, like, I don't feel safe using it until my piloting skill has increased. Because if your pilot skill is too low, and I mean, like, your character pilot skill, not your, like, real-life pilot skill, it reduces your evasion, and so you get hit more often. Oh, here's speaking of the devil. Let me try to get its legs out. All right, let's see how much. If we salvage that, let's see how much money we get. Because we didn't. We only took out its legs. The engine should still be intact.
Just blasted me.
Everything is so much easier when I'm using the Archer 2K.
That looks like a you problem out there, not a me problem.
What happened?
Don't read the tank over in the distance.
Are you serious? Are they trapped in that ravine?
Target acquired.
Yeah, but it's a partisan heavy, and I am not going anywhere near that.
Okay, let me get a move on at 64 kilometers.
That is definitely a commando killer.
You know, even if the clans invade and we have PPCX, we stand a chance. Because, like, PPCX is, like, I don't know. I think the only clan weapon that has, like, firepower that could compete with PPCX would be, like, Ultra AC-20. Like, PPCX is just, like, busted.
It's like the AI are going to be complaining about lowering distances.
They're going to be, like,
Target destroyed.
75% of deployments, free birth bastards, are using the PPCX. It's unfair.
It must be nerfed.
They have to be nerfed.
Or perhaps they would produce a counter PPCX, like a
They'd
clan
make like
PPCX.
clan. It would literally just be called clan PPCX. That the clans are not like very creative.
But when they realize it's too strong, they will.
I'm not even joking. The clans would do that. They would be like, "Oh, this is unfair. Like we are kicking their ass too easily. Like it's unfair."
So
The word is desgra. So like if something is dishonorable, the word is desgra. That's like the clan language for it.
Target destroyed.
Mission complete,
So
Commander.
they are
Every kill
literally
from here
Arrowhead
out is
games.
bonus pay.
Clans like
Stick
Clan
around as long as you
Arrowhead.
like, but don't get too
Until it
overconfident.
really matters.
Enemy
The
forces
clans
still
are really
occupy
into their
all
honor
of this
system
area.
until it
Fall
really
back
matters.
towards
Until
your
So it
until
doesn't
like
really- yeah.
until like Until all of a sudden they're like, well, I could surreptitiously do some bullshittery behind the scenes and no one would be the wiser.
Yeah, that sounds quite like anything I've ever heard of. You got some helicopters above you? Good luck with that.
Acquired.
Fortunately, the weapons are in my arms, so I can actually do something about them.
I like how all of the, some light mechs over there. I like how all of the,
Target fire started.
production of energy in this planet has just been wind turbines in a desert and not solar panels.
Well, it's kind of windy, so, you know, maybe they're like, maybe it's a windy planet.
It's like windy, and it's just, this is actually not just a sandstorm, it's just always like this.
You would think that getting buffeted by sand silicates 24/7 would be expensive, though.
Yeah, you could say so.
That's how the clans are, though. I mean, the clans are honorable most of the time, but like when push comes to shove, and they're like, "Holy crap, our unusual code of ethics could literally lose everything for us right now." That's when the clans will be like, "Well, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, while no one's looking, I'm just gonna, you know, clothesline somebody in the back real quick."
Piece of candy.
Yeah, I'll take these and I'll just sell. I love selling LRMs. LRMs are worth a bit. So we got 2 of the commandos, and we didn't have one. The 2B. Wait, no, that's the cicada. Look, this cicada. Look at this cicada value. 15 salvage shares for a 2.9 million value. Let's see how much it's actually worth when we.
The weather's really kicking up,
1.7.
Commander. Your visibility will be limited out there.
Let's see. 1.2 million. That's a pretty good price.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good price. Yeah, like maybe we should like try to knock out the legs on the cicadas from now on. Okay, so this is the final mission of the series, so we should be able to bring 4 people.
We could have brought 4 as well, because one mech just got repaired, but hey, who was to know?
Yeah, I'm about to say, there's no way I would have known that. I'm gonna use the laser javelin.
I guess I'll use the missile one.
Even though the flea was destroyed, I mean, we're still gonna rake in an absolute truck ton of resources from a ×4 mission.
Absolutely. That flea is going to get destroyed more times than we can count, trust me.
Macronox, welcome to the show, and Chubby Demon. So they're willing to lose the fight for honor, but not the war. It's more. I don't know. It's more of an issue of like when the stakes are high enough. Everyone is kind of like you know, when the stakes are high enough, and you're just thinking, what can I do to win this? You know, it just kind of creeps into your head. I could do some bullshittery. You know, it wouldn't be very fair, but I could do some bullshittery in the name of the greater good. She's a bloodthirsty one.
I'm going to go for this mountain cord.
See, the difference between the Draconis Combine and the clans is that the low-ranking members of the Draconis Combine think that honor is really important, but like the really high-ranking members of the Draconis Combine, no, it's all just bullshit. It's like, nah, we just do it. We do. At the end of the day, we just do whatever works most of the time.
And it's a good propaganda piece as well.
It is. That's the main thing. It's a great propaganda piece. And it's a great, like, moral justification. Like those dishonorable rats over there. Like, we have to deal with them.
And it deals with mutinies really well.
Yeah, they're a lot more, like, that's the, like, if I had an honor system, I would have an honor system like the Draconis Combine, where it's like, the low-ranking people believe the honor system is real, and then the high-ranking people are like, yeah, it's just fucking propaganda.
Basically social credit score.
Yeah, it is social credit. I mean, like, it's not to say that the honor doesn't matter, but, like, the honor matters until it doesn't matter. Like, that's basically how it works.
I'm pretty sure that...
Or perhaps another way to describe it is, at the end of the day, for the Draconis Combine, the greatest honor is victory. It doesn't stop some of them from doing some like dumb shit, like Minoru Tetsuhara
I'm showing multiple hostiles
sparing
on your
Jamie
position.
Wolf because he thought it would be dishonorable to shoot him while his archer was overheated.
Oh my god. He
Well,
had a chance
the
to
coordinator
end it all.
the coordinator had him. He didn't. I don't. The coordinator didn't have him executed, but he stood trial and then he decided to kill himself, which that's fine.
Hostiles inbound.
No, he was like, that was
Clear for
stupid. You
contact,
should have killed
Commander.
Jamie Wolf. Like, basically, the issue is that Minoru Tetsuhara put his own personal honor ahead of what the coordinator wanted. I'm like, nah. No, it's time to Sudoku. Like, just wait till you see me on the word jumble if you think Sudoku is good. I'll let you guys finish that off while I pretend like I can hit these helicopters, even though they're rather high in the air and my weapons are torso mounted.
That really should have been the javelin, or not the javelin, the Panther's
Target
job.
acquired.
Unfortunately, as the PDCX, so he doesn't, you know, as you can see, they love to shoot them at extremely lengthy distances. Very effective.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
You know, we're only a couple of geners away from being like the true combine light lance.
I mean, if we had Jenners, if the community voted for both Jenners and Panthers, we'd have like the Cannon, Draconis combined. Like that was actually a playthrough I was considering. We might do house playthroughs, like the Draconis combined playthrough, where we can only use approved combine mechs. You know, we could do like the Federated Suns playthrough, where it's approved Federated Suns mechs only.
How will you cope with that?
Well, and then we can customize them however we want, but like, well, I'm gonna let you guys deal with that. I'm just gonna go deal with this partisan who's just like giving us the AC5 treatment.
You heard the boss. Let's light it up.
And then we could have like the Steiner playthrough, you know, the Merrick playthrough, the Liao playthrough. This thing has so much armor.
But for the Steiner playthrough, we have to just like make so much money.
In the Steiner playthrough, we can basically only use Atlases. Even if the drop weight is like 160 tons, we have to deploy 4 Atlases.
To be fair, they do like commandos as well.
I mean,
That's
this.
my
I
fault.
mean, what is the Atlas? The Atlas is just a really big commando.
That is true, actually. I mean, it kind of actually is. In a weird way.
Target acquired.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to do some research though. I'll have to like look at like which mechs each faction prefers. Some of them I just know off the top of my head. Like, you know, in the Federated Suns playthrough, we'll certainly be using Jaeger mechs, and you know, I'm just gonna run this guy over. Ah, never mind. It's not that big a deal.
We've reached our quarter, Commander. From here on out,
Those are some
we're
big
picking up
tanks.
bonus pay.
They were some
Stick
fat
around as long
tanks.
as you like.
No, I don't really think
We're
we're
on
gonna stick
standby
around,
to
actually.
pick you up when you're ready for evac.
Yeah, I'm a little cooked here, but so you know, I'm just gonna mosey on out of this bitch.
Helicopters.
One direction.
Forward direction.
Oh god,
Target acquired.
that's the worst direction because that means they'll be out of my torso range.
Target destroyed.
I was gonna run straight in.
Target
Oh no, there's
destroyed.
commando here.
Enemy destroyed.
Oh, he's
Commando
shooting me.
Incoming missile.
Good.
New target Shadow.
Oh no, don't turn around.
Window
Alright, I'm in,
construction is
I'm in.
closing. Let's get out of here.
Chubby says the Liao playthrough would be goated. I mean, the
course it
Liao playthrough. I believe Liao likes fire starters, so that wouldn't be bad. I like fire starters. So does the Federated Suns. They like fire starters as well.
And they like Centurions.
We'll take this Javelin. That's a mech we need, and we'll just take everything else we can get. Okay, so we survived the ×4, and let's go ahead and
We're gonna
let's.
cancel all this crap and go to.
Yes,
Showdown,
yeah.
or-
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, what do you know? Luthien is right here. This is the capital of the Combine. That means they should have some good stuff for sale. Looks like we're over 10 million C-bills as well, so like that was definitely worth it. Those ×4 missions are where it's at. Even if you take some losses in the process, because, you know, we didn't have enough mechs to launch a team of 4 each time, they usually pay out very nicely. All right, let's see what kind of money we're going to earn from this. So the Urban Mech's worth 330,000, the Jenner 633. We're going to keep the Flea. We're going to keep the Commando. This nice cicada that we destroyed the legs of to keep the engine intact. 1.2 million. That's pretty good.
So, can you throw that Shadowhawk in the bin and pull it out? I want to change it into a normal Shadowhawk because I've been honest, it doesn't work. As you can see from its.
Yeah, that Shadowhawk is like, I don't know, like the double SRMs are just not quite. They're not quite
what I need
it.
Is to get rid of the motive upgrade and give it an AC5 and then have the SRMs, I believe.
Logan says we're about to be broke. We got 21 million C-bills. I mean, I can buy something. But before I buy anything, let me see what you guys voted for, because I don't actually have it memorized. Oh, somebody texted me. Okay, let me see. The list is in the commercial district. Vote results. So you guys voted for the Flea, Panther, Commando, Javelin, Shadowhawk, Crab, Hatchetman, Kentaro, Blackjack, Marauder, Grasshopper, Jaeger-Mech, Archer, Annihilator. We're not going to do Assault Mechs yet. I mean, I mainly want to collect... we have one of each light, at least, so we need some medium mechs. I see a Grasshopper, though. Maybe I'll pick up that Grasshopper.
Yeah, we already have a heavy mech, so we may as well take another. We're really slacking.
I mean, I don't need to do it immediately. Like, let's see what's for sale. Oh, there's a Hero Mech for sale. And we're in the Draconis Combined, so we get to cash in on that 25% discount. So
Easiest mech, just gonna be like 18 million.
Oh, that would be awful.
That's 100%.
That would be dreadful. I want to actually buy something. Oh, it's the high there.
Oh, perfect. This is literally exactly what we need.
Yeah, nice and cheap.
And another mech off our list. Excellent.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We're actually going to use the high there. So we won't modify it at first, but let's take it because we'll use it in its default. So here's what it looks like. This is the Javelin HT, or the high there. Kind of interesting color scheme. It looks like it's got, like, I don't know, like viruses on it or something.
Yeah, he's ill.
He's got exclamation points. He's like, he's letting people know that he's sick.
Brew anti-vaxxed. No,
You can see right there, it says hi there. I don't know why. I don't know what the meaning of the viruses are, but maybe it's because his mech is straight sick. I mean, it is a good mech. There's no doubt about that. As far as his equipment goes, this thing's packing extra light engine and endo steel. Those are the two most important upgrades. Ferrofiber's arbor doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, you don't save that much tonnage off of it. But endo steel and ferrofiber's armor, on the other hand, very nice. Looks like we've got 2 SRM6s. So it's kind of like the standard Javelin. But then you have 4 medium lasers. So it's like the other Javelin, the 10F. So it's basically combining the 10F and the 10N into a single mech, which is like, that's really strong. You know, someone asked, what's a good light mech? This is a good light mech. It also has 6 jump jets, 3 double heat sinks, 6 tons of ammo. Looks like it'd still be a little bit hot. Armor is a little light at 128, but, you know, like I said, we'll use it in its stock configuration before moving on to something else. But that is a good mech. There's no doubt about that. There's another Archer here. I kind of let me see what all the options are before we spend our money. I think that's a good idea. Like, I want to see what's on offer before we commit to anything. Double heatsinks are nice early in the game. They sure are, especially if you know which mechs carry them. So over here, we've got a Marauder for sale. Oh, there's a Kentaro. I'm probably going to pick up the Kentaro because I want to pick up some of the... It's only 3 million C-bills. That's pretty nice. So we got a new acquisition. We're not going to use that in its stock config. I'm just going to go ahead and dump it in and out. So if you want to mess with it, go ahead.
Okay.
That's a lot of damaged mechs. Yeah, I don't want to sell them just because, you know, I don't know if we're going to use them or not. So they're just kind of chilling in cold storage. Also, I don't know what variants we have. Like, we might have some different variants that we need to bring in. A rare archer. Oh! Okay, we have to buy that. Oh my god, that's a lifesaver.
Oh my god, you're right.
That is a lifesaver.
I just seen that in the bottom corner.
So we just picked up the Archer 2RB. That's a very rare mech. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't, you know, if I couldn't afford it, I would have sold everything to afford it, because who knows when we will see another Archer 2RB. So this Archer 2RB, it's, you know, nothing to say about the color scheme. The equipment, it has endo steel, which is a nice upgrade. Looks like it also has double heat sinks. And then for armaments, we got a pair of LRM-20s with the Artemis system. I thought it said it had double heat sinks. I don't see any double heat sinks. It lied to me. In addition to the LRM-20s with the Artemis system, it's got 6 tons of ammo and 3 medium lasers. I would say this mech is going to get really hot. It's going to get really hot. It's going to be a problem. The 2RB is the Royal variant. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. And it's not a very common mech. I don't think we need to try it in its original configuration, so I'm just going to throw it in and out. We have a little bit of money left, so let's keep looking around. Good thing for you. So that's why I said to do it. Why am I not just going to buy things? Like, you know, we can always come back. So that's why I didn't want to commit to anything. I'm willing to pay another maybe 3 to 4 million C-bills, and that's it. Like, so if there's another medium mech, I'll probably buy it. Punchbacks, yeah, a little bit of this and that. Nah, let's move on to the next one. Ball and Colin says, archers don't get heat. You know what's annoying? I'm going to show you what's annoying. So this is what it looks like from my perspective when I'm reading your stuff. The stupid emoji thing is in the way. So it's hard to read what people are saying. So let me try a different way to read it. So archers don't get heat sinks. Those are only for lame missile boats. You mean the ones that can shoot? Part of a missile boat is hopefully the ability to shoot. But, you know, what can you do? Another Kintaro? Let's go to Kagoshima real quick. The thing is, like, LRM-20 is a pretty hot weapon. It gets hot pretty fast. It also shoots pretty quick. Like, the fire rate on LRMs is not awful. Like, it doesn't take long for LRM-20s to overheat. What do we got here? Catapult. Is that on the list? Did the I don't think the catapult made it on the list. Let me see. Marauder, Jaeger mech. I want the grasshopper. We're going to go back and grab that grasshopper, unless it was too expensive. They gave the archer battle fist for a reason, so that it can, like, throw rocks at things, so that it can continue to play its role as, like, I may have overheated, but don't worry, I can still contribute. I will now pick objects up and throw them at a distance.
It's like
to continue my fire support role.
Whenever Cotton and Jackson, or whatever they're called, say he pulled off his leg came off, he can now pick it up and, like, beat someone up with it. The archer is that guy with his big fat meaty hands.
Okay, hold on a second. So I picked up the grasshopper. We're gonna thin our mech bay out a little bit though. So let me like organize our mech bay, because I feel like I'm getting rid of all of the Panthers except one. One of them gets to stay.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, let me see for commando models. We need to bring in a 1D. We're like a one-dimensional loser.
Oh, this is the one that could potentially be good.
So we have a 2-dimensional commando, is there a 3-dimensional commando? Is there a 4th-dimensional commando?
I think there's a 1P. I don't know about the rest of them. 1P, 2P, 1B.
He's only got 1D. The other one has 2 Ds.
But wait till you
One might
see
say
the
he's
two...
a double D.
What about the 2P?
The 2P, he's got 2 peni. He has peniuses. Whatever the plural for penis. Penisi? Peni?
Penodes.
I'm gonna customize the grasshopper. Alright. This thing has a very obvious PPCX shaped hole inside of it.
I kind of wish we had some punchers for light mechs.
Alright, so we're gonna do... Is this just like the world's most simplistic build ever? It might be. No, that's fine. Maximum armor. This thing already has a lot of armor. Yeah, maximum armor was only 30 armor more. So this thing is already loaded up on the armor. Wow, that's plenty of space. We don't have any battle fists or anything, so I guess I'll load up a SRM4. There you go. 1 ton of ammo. There you go. And then I guess the rest is going to be heat sinks. Wow, that's a lot of heat sinks. That sure seems like more heat sinks than it needs, but you know.
Well, don't worry, the Kantaro balances it out because it has barely got enough.
What this thing needs is medium pulse lasers. Like, it needs something to occupy more space, or even a SRM4 with the Artemis system. What this thing needs is bigger guns to use its space more efficiently. Because 4 pulse lasers would knock us down 4 heat sinks, so we'd be down to, what, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 heat sinks for 4 pulse lasers of PPCX? That'd be pretty good. That would be fine. That's what we're going to do with this, though. I'm not going to finagle the armor, and the reason for that is what am I going to do? Put another heatsink on? I'll take every scrap of armor I've got. Use the jump jets.
Hell no.
We'll put 2 jump jets on. I hear 2 jump jets is enough to scale a wall.
Oh, I can't believe you did it.
Yeah, I did it. If the mech, like, dies of Ligma, we can blame it on Macronox now.
Then what about the Archer 2RB? What are we gonna do with it?
Oh yeah, I'll do something with the Archer.
Yeah, I just messed around with the Commando.
Let's just make this into a fire support mech. Let's put those LRM-15s that I bought to good use.
First one.
Is 4 tons of ammo enough? It might not be enough. Max the armor. We will see. I don't think 4 tons is enough. Then we will do the medium lasers. And then a bunch of heat sinks, question mark? Put the ammo in the legs. Now, in the lore, you wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to put the ammo, because, like, how would the ammo wouldn't be able to travel through the next leg. You had to, in the lore, you'd have to put it in the ammo would have to go in the approved ammo location to feed it ammo properly. But I'm like, I don't know, I'm like a degenerate mech foot fetishist who likes to put ammo in the feet. I'm going to put on more ammo. I don't think it needs this many heat sinks. And then I'm going to buy a half ton. There we go. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8 heat sinks. It might actually, you know, like, I guess we'll see. I think that's pretty good. I think it's fine. I think that this is good. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Do we need to customize anyone else?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna do the paint jobs with the exception of the high there. And everyone else is just going to stay in the... Well, you know, I don't think we need any more Commando 2Ds, so I'll sell the 2Ds off. Or was the 2D special?
No.
Nothing unique about the two. It didn't have a PPCX slot. Okay.
No. Just
Yeah, I'll
the
sell
one
the. We don't need any more 2Ds then. So 410 for the 2D, 415 for the 2D. I don't think we need more than one flea. I'll keep it in case we want to do something stupid.
No, wait,
I don't-
that is the only flea we have.
I don't think we need any more 10N, so like, I'm going to sell this 10N off. 532 for the 10N. I will sell the 9Rs off. So we've got 646 for that 9R and 646 for that 9R. I'll keep the 8Z, though, for, you know, collector's sake.
That is
I think it's pretty good.
You don't want to refix the broken flea that we killed? No?
Oh, that's where that flea came from?
Yeah, that's the one that died. I don't know if you want to do it or not.
Yeah, I'll fix it up.
Try something different. We try small lasers or something maybe now.
I'll take a look. I don't have enough short bursts. Are you serious? Let me see what's on the market.
What the heck?
They don't sell anything here. This place stinks for small lasers. Well, I hate it when my small lasers are out of sync. Well, you know what? We're just going to embrace the out of sync nature of the fact that they are very out of sync. You get the piloted first, too.
Oh, yay. Can't wait to see how ugly this is going to be.
Oh, you're going to love it.
You know, it has 5 slots. It would be just funny to have.
What do we even do with this
one of
extra
every
6
tier.
tons? What do we do with an extra 6 tons? What do I put heat sinks on it?
Medium lasers. Is there any medium laser slots now?
Yeah, could do some medium lasers in the arms. Oh, it's perfect. There we go. You're gonna love it.
No. Oh my god.
Half a
What a
ton of
monstrosity.
machine gun ammo. There we go.
What a monstrosity.
You're gonna love it.
And it doesn't even go up to 20 tons or anything. Oh my god.
And I'm not even gonna do the weapon groups.
Look at the state of that.
Well, I lied. I'm gonna do the weapon groups. There we go. You're gonna love it.
I can't wait. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'll embrace it when it comes along.
It's like peak optimization. It's like this is what optimum performance looks like.
Like we've never seen anything else like it.
Yeah, it's like you forget Lost Tech. This is Fox Tech.
This is Fox Tech, right?
Fox Tech is what you need. It's like the Drake meme. It's like Lost Tech, ugh. Fox Tech, yeah. That's basically that's it right there. Okay, so we've got a ×4 mission coming at us.
Easy.
The payout is probably going to be suspicious. Or it couldn't, you know, they don't really care for us, but at the same time, it's still a ×4 mission, and we're still getting 2.7 million. Well, let me see if I can mess around with this a little bit. What if I go all salvage? 26 salvage sounds a little high. Okay, there we go. 15 salvage is enough to, well... 21 salvage is enough to get a, it's enough to get a medium mech.
And it'll build up. Is this no, it's not multi-up this one, is it?
Yes, 4 of them.
Oh, 4 of them, right? Yeah, it'll build up too.
Let me let our stuff customize so that everything is operational.
What are the mission sequence?
That's a good question. Warzone, Garrison Duty, Warzone.
Basically all the same thing. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I like those. Those are good missions to me.
Me too.
The mission area is under heavy
We're down to
red
2
warning.
million C bills.
Enjoy
That's
your
basically the same
visibility
thing. They
and
both start with a
sensors.
2. You
That's
have to
true,
use.
actually.
I'm putting you in the flea. You have to try my new flea out.
Small laser tier 1, small laser tier 0, medium laser short burst tier 0, small laser short burst tier 1, and a medium laser tier 0, At least the machine guns are the same tier, I guess.
I figured it wouldn't matter, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the difference? There we go.
Joke's on you when I outdamaged the grasshopper.
I mean, you have as many weapons as I do. I mean, the only thing I have is that PPCX.
Oh yeah, let's see these weapon groups. What the hell have you done?
Reactor
It's
online.
like an arpeggio of weapon groups.
Weapons
I don't even have
online.
enough buttons on my mouse to deal with
All
these. Do this.
systems nominal.
Well, you've heard of imaginary numbers? Try imaginary weapon groups.
Link up with them and hold off the enemy
As
advance
much
as
as
long
much as I would
possible.
enjoy doing
Be
this,
sure not to overextend yourself, Commander.
it is
I need to flip this
literally-
around.
So I'm gonna shoot. Oh my goodness! It's like a firework display.
It's like they all have different firing cycles.
Yeah, I just holding them all down. Look at this here.
See, it works. I mean, I don't know if you want to alpha strike somebody, if you want to get them all on target, but it works, I
I mean,
think.
it's constant damage, I guess.
It's like a laser machine gun.
That's exactly it.
Like, that is the most jank periphery design. Like, every single weapon is mismatching. Like, just barely, like, operational battle mech.
Thanks, spotted. Tank laid out.
So they released another MechWarrior.
What are you shooting me for?
What? Oh. Well, he doesn't like your... He's like, oh my god, look at that guy's weapon groups.
No, I'm getting absolutely blasted here.
Look at that guy, get him! Who makes his weapon groups like that? You have to give me a
literally
second.
lost
I got
an arm
a
already.
64 kilometers my way there.
I literally just lost an arm.
He's like, you're more symmetrical now, asshole.
Actually, I am.
Target destroyed.
I mean, honestly, this grasshopper is probably not awful.
Excellent.
I mean,
fight,
it
Commander.
is a little bit
Begin
inefficient
recovery
in
now.
its space because it could use more hard points, but it's not awful.
It's that old, what do you call it? Highlander problem.
Yeah, actually, yes. It has the same problem the Highlander has. Is it has a lot of extra space. Wait, I'm going to use my jump jets. Hold on.
I'm seeing multiple tangos on scope, converging on your
Wow.
current position.
See, I heard that 2 jump jets is just enough to jump over, like, walls and stuff. So maybe I'll be able to use it to scale, like, cliff faces and stuff.
How did I just run into this?
I'll jump over him. Oh, God. I just actually did the exact opposite. I just squished him like a Goomba.
It didn't do any damage, which is interesting.
New target Vulcan.
Yeah, I don't think... turrets don't count for collision damage, fortunately.
Battle mech approaching.
Why is
Don't
everything
worry.
shooting me? I'm not that much of an abomination.
They're like, look at him. Get him. He's gross. Okay, we legged out the cicada. Hopefully we can get that engine. You know, I feel like I'm one of those weird, like, you know those guys who, like, steal people's car components because, like, their car just happens to have, like, a particular valuable component. I remember when my father had a Nissan. I don't know what Nissan it was, but he had a particular Nissan that had, like, I think it was xenon headlights, and each headlight was worth, like, $700. So people would just go around scoping out people who had Nissans, and they'd look for where they lived, and they would just go to their place and just steal the headlights out of their car. And it happened to us 3 times before my dad, like, traded the vehicle in.
New target Panther.
Just give up. Didn't rob.
Yeah, there was nothing there was just like, what could you do? There was just nothing you could do about it. They just come out like 4 a.m. and just steal your shit and leave.
Scopes are lighting up with additional bogies, Commander.
We actually caught them once. Like, we went outside and we saw them running away from the vehicle.
Let's get your little headlight through.
And that was like, that was the end of it after that. They're like, whatever, we're gonna just give up on the vehicle. But yeah, supposedly it had these amazing xenon. I don't know what made them so good, like why the xenon headlights were relevant, but they were worth a lot.
Hostiles inbound.
I've lured a little friend over for you to
Okay,
play
so
with.
I'm doing the lore for the Warhammer video that I'm gonna be doing. And apparently one of the things they really brag about on the Warhammer is its headlights. They're like, the Warhammer even has searchlights for nighttime combat. I'm like, wow. That's some state-of-the-art shit you got there. You slap some lights on the mech,
Destroyed. Target acquired.
and it's like,
Target.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be impressed by it or something, but like they just make it seem like, oh man, we're so advanced in the year 2500. We put searchlights that are directly linked to the mech's targeting system so that you can see at night with normal lights. I'm like, oh. I might actually include, because like, I gotta cherry pick my lore that when I present, because there's not enough time to discuss the full lore of the mech.
I just got.
Oh
laid out.
god.
Target acquired.
I do not know why.
Target destroyed.
Well, you know,
Your objective is complete,
it's the
Commander.
fleet. What can you do?
When you're ready to leave the fray, hop aboard the ship and we'll get you out of there.
I'm not sure what caused that because I wasn't exactly.
Teddy Bear says, hey, some lights can be a real asset. Well, you'd think every mech would have searchlights. You would think that searchlights are not difficult to add. Like, we have searchlights today in the year 2024.
All you got to do is press. I'll tell you a reason why you don't need searchlights. Press the letter N on your keyboard in the next mission. That's why you don't need headlights.
Then you, somebody said, like, why do we have jank night vision when we could have, like, advanced night vision, like, you know, grayscale night vision instead of, like, eye blinding, I'll let the other salvage roll over. Challenge accepted. What did I do? I like how it's just like challenge accepted and it doesn't tell you what exactly you did. Oh,
Yeah,
we need a new
look at
pilot.
that. Look at the fleet. Like, it's like barely any damage. Yeah, I lost the arm, but the two side torsos are in yellow. And I just got completely blasted in the core.
I have no idea, but it's going into the bin. Well, we're
That's
down to
not
3 mech warriors because I forgot to hire someone, but yeah, whatever. We can deal with it. We'll be fine.
Whoops.
I should have hired somebody, but that's what I think about that.
It's impossible to remember everything.
This is another war zone. I'm saving the Archer 2B for the garrison. I want to shoot missiles in the garrison. I'm using. What are you gonna use?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm between a few things.
I'm gonna use the high there.
Right, I'll bring.
I accepted the challenge. Apparently, I accepted the challenge. I don't know what challenge I accepted. Maybe I accepted being mentally challenged. I would probably go with that, but.
So this is my stereotypical Shadowhawk. Normally I would have SE5 burst fire, but
Oh yeah, let's see.
needs must. So this is what I normally run, and it works quite nice, in my opinion.
I don't see why that wouldn't work. AC5 combined SRM8. It seems like it would work. I'm gonna let them use I kind of want to see how the AI handles the Archer.
The problem with it is if this Shadowhawk works this build works, that means that literally every Shadowhawk will just be loaded with this because the weapon grips are crap. That means every Shadowhawk will just be the same. But what can you do?
I mean, the Shadowhawk has kind of like it has kind of the same issue of the Wolverine where its hard points are a bit rigid.
Weapons online.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to getting a crab. Like, I think a double PPCX crab is going to be pretty nice.
The good news
Yeah.
is that we can rack up a big salvage payout. If we
Okay,
have
let
to
me
do
do my
so.
weapon groups.
But remember, you have to be alive to spend it. Come back safe.
All right, now that I'm in the high there, this should be. I mean, the high there is pretty nice. So in the lore of the Warhammer, because like I said, I got to do the research, and when I do the lore, I go straight to the source. So I draw my information from TRO 3025 and TRO 3039. I guess I could also go to some of the later ones, but I primarily go to the ones that are reporting on information that is like active, because like, you know, the MechWarrior 5 exists in the year 3025 and it exists within the year 3039. So that's why I chose them specifically. But oh man, let me tell you, they glazed the shit out of the Warhammer in the lore. They're basically like, yeah, the Warhammer is like, it should just be the God Hammer. It's like they have nothing bad to say about the Warhammer.
Continuing to converge on your location. Safe
I
route to
another
Commander.
120 bad to say about it.
Yeah, which I think is funny because I've never been a fan of the Warhammer in any MechWarrior game.
Kill confirmed.
Like, I've always seen the Warhammer as it's the Warhammer. Now, it looks cool. There's no doubt about that. I won't knock it for its appearance. It's a very aesthetic mech, but in terms of its performance, I've never been... Maybe it's because I'm not a tabletop player. Maybe in the tabletop, it's actually fantastic. But in, like, MechWarrior and, like, BattleTech on the PC, I've always found it to be, like, mid at best.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, how did you like it in BattleTech?
I mean, in BattleTech, you get the overcharge capacitors, which gives you a bonus damage on energy weapons, but I don't know, I just always have trouble. I mean, maybe if you use snub-nosed PPC, that would be fine. But I always just have trouble, like, finding some energy weapons to make it work. I've done, like, 4 large lasers before. No, that's fine. I've done 2 PPCs before. I'm like, eh. Like, PPC just doesn't do enough damage is typically the issue. Like, you know, a good example is the Awesome. On BattleTech, the PC turn-taking game, the Awesome, PPC does 50 damage because they multiplied everything times 5. So it's 10 damage times 5 is 50. So the Awesome does an alpha strike of 150 damage. That's actually really bad. Like, you can do so much better than 50 damage at the Assault Mech weight level. And then on top of that, it eventually overheats. It's just, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I've just never liked PPC. I always try it. I always want to like PPC, but I never wind up liking PPC. I remember in MechWarrior 4, I used the Black Knight because I'm like, ooh, MechWarrior 4, Black Knight. The problem is that the standard one comes with 2 PPCs, or that the standard one, the model. The common model of the Black Knight was 2 PPCs because they went away from the laser build. I don't know which variant it was, but they did, and it just stinks. It's just like 2 PPCs. It just isn't good. Like, the lore tells you how great, like, PPC is so devastating. Bam! It blasts your armor and you're dead. But when you play it, it's like, I don't know. I'm not... Like, 10 damage is like, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I'll take 10 damage, but it's not great. Like I said, maybe it's a tabletop thing because fire rate isn't really that much. You know, fire rate only applies to weapons like ultra autocannon. But otherwise, an AC-5 shoots once per turn, and a P... Wow, that thing blasted me with those SRMs there.
I'll do this also.
Okay. And, but, you know, the fire rate really makes a difference in the MechWarrior games. Like, a great example is just AC-10 versus PPC. The PPC does 10 damage, and in 1 minute it fires 12 times. So, simple math. 10 damage times 12 rounds per minute is 120 damage per minute. Well, what about the AC-10? It also does 10 damage, right? But it shoots 20 times per minute. So it does 10 times 20, which is 200 damage. So the AC-10 almost does twice as much damage as the PPC per minute. And the thing is, yeah, sure, the AC-10, it weighs more and it needs ammo. Well, the PPC needs heat sinks, because if it doesn't have heat sinks, it's not going to shoot anymore. So, like, the actual weight... And here's the thing, if you overheat and if you shoot slower because you're overheating, well, then you're not getting the 12 rounds per minute, which means you're not doing 120 damage per minute. You're doing a reduced amount of damage because you're slowing down in order to avoid overheating. Whereas the AC-20 or the AC-10 is pretty heat efficient. So it's just an issue of, like, I don't know, like, the heat and the fire rate really hurts the PPC. Even if the PPC fired faster, that would certainly help. But, like, it would overheat faster as well. Like, you'd need so many heat sinks. The 1D. Oh, apparently we need that for a quest. And then I'll take a Vulcan. We'll roll over the 5. Put you in there. The 1D, we'll put you in there. We'll repair. And you know what people will tell me is, hey, the PPC is really good if you can either score all headshots or if you can hit the exact body part on the mech every single time. So I'm like, okay, so you basically need to have perfect gunnery. So the PPC is good if you have perfect gunnery. And I'm like, if a weapon requires perfect gunnery to be good, that is an indicator that it's probably not very good.
Yeah, I second that opinion, to be honest. I'm gonna bring the singular D.
You got like 1D, so you have
I've
one.
only got-
Like, I will
got one.
send a. I'll send a javelin. I don't want to send the. I don't want to send the Kintaro or the Grasshopper because we're probably going to use that next. This is the
That
fire support
Kintaro-
model, so that's what I'm going to run.
That Kintaro is gonna be very spicy.
I mean, that's typically how your early game Kintaros are. It's the greedy Kintaro, more missiles than
This
it
guy
probably
walking through
needs.
here.
Hostile forces are looking to destroy this.
First thing I'm going to do is change my weapon groups.
Contract to defend this facility and prevent them from overrunning this position.
All right, let me
so-
find a
so-
place to fire my
Perimeter.
missiles from.
And don't let any hostiles break through. Nothing on scopes at the moment.
Unfortunately, I'm
Don't
equipped
get
with the
comfortable.
dumb LRMs. I've got,
Hostiles have
like,
been reported
the
in the
basic
area.
LRMs. These LRMs are so inaccurate compared to, like, Artemis. I'll fire one volley. I'm going to lose lock, aren't I? No, I got lock again. He lived!
Hostiles are escalating.
That shows you how inaccurate the standard LRM
Be
is.
careful.
Acquired.
Walk on up to the treasure. To pick
Fire the missiles!
Target destroyed.
Yo, there's loot over here. I don't care about fighting anymore. I want the loot.
Oh, I was about to say, you better die.
New target
That's
shot.
close enough. Ready
Fire
to
the missiles!
operation.
Alright, I'm going to start softening up the Shadowhawk, I guess.
Beginning recovery now.
Ooh, we
Uh-oh.
need that.
He's going to try and soften me up.
Get him. We need that.
Thank God the vertical launch trajectory is paying off. I can't see him, but I still have a lock.
I don't know a lot of nasty mechs here.
Oh, come on. Okay, I'll let you guys finish it off. I'm locking onto something else.
Too trigger happy. My kill is about to explode.
Oh,
Trigger
wah, wah, wah.
Stop
What do you
them
mean
by
your
getting
kill? You didn't do
another one.
nothing.
You know, when you're just sitting here firing LRMs, I kind of feel like I'm playing a fantasy game. I'm basically like a poison DOT effect. You're slowly, like, losing health to poison damage. How dare you attack me in close range?
More hostiles inbound
The heat on this
from your
mech is
position.
just fine. I'm able to fire a lot of missiles, which is good.
My mech, unsurprisingly, is very spicy. Having a PPCX and an SRM4 with literally no heat sinks.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Is there a
You know
better
what?
target? You got more medium mechs on the way? Am I stupid
Yep.
for thinking an LRM-15 can... Okay, good.
Target destroyed. Target
I'm targeting the javelin.
acquired.
Fire the missiles! Oh, the missiles are getting him. Get him! Oh, they almost got his leg. Once his leg is gone, he is doomed! Wait, they are changing targets onto me.
You must have really kicked
I'm not
the
doing
business,
anything.
Commander.
I'm just a fantasy warlock. I think that's actually a mech. I think there's a mech called the Warlock. He doesn't fire missiles though, or if he does, he doesn't fire a bunch of LRMs. No, it's the Conjurer. The Conjurer. But here's one thing. I know I hate on PPCs a lot. I want to like them. I like the idea of firing lightning bolts at people.
You real dumbass, aren't you? Aim towards the enemy, why don't you?
I've never heard that line before. I'm under it. Who let this guy in the close range at me? How dare you? Okay, I need to defend myself.
Damn it, Commander, we've lost power.
No one cares.
No,
Yep.
hook it back up then. Just have you tried rebooting your router?
Target marked. On the move.
This guy's like whooping my ass.
I am very warm.
Target acquired.
Just come back. Come back, you coward. Okay, I got him.
Christ, they're shooting at us. The HQ is
Oh my
taking
goodness, what do you
heavy
expect?
damage.
It's like, oh, it's a war, bro.
It's almost as if this is a
Was
war
just
zone.
ignited. Damn it.
I'm like just deliberately running into things now to get her mad.
I'm kind of hulled down here. That's actually pretty nice. Oh god, it's not nice anymore. Wait.
Target acquired.
I'm gonna launch at these tanks. Ah, I'm hauled down right now. Ah, what will you do now, idiots? Curses!
New target Spider. Target acquired.
I'll launch my missiles at something I can hit.
No!
Shoot him! Okay, I got it.
Why did I die?
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Wait, we got him?
Destroyed.
I went for really good health just getting poured out again.
At least it's just the commando.
Oh my goodness me.
Target destroyed.
Okay, I'm making it happen.
Target info received. Engaging.
I think I'm getting scammed.
All I know is that this is probably the worst we've done with light mechs overall.
Well, I don't know about the last one, but that was definitely a BS kill.
What I can say about this mech is that I really like the heat management. This is 24/7 missiles.
Showing no more
That's kind of the
enemies on
dream.
scope, Commander. Well done.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, here's the thing about PPC. The PPC has this exponential issue. 1, PPC is manageable. 2 is a problem without double heat sinks. 3, I mean, look at what the Awesome has to do to get it. It needs 21 single heat sinks, and even then, it still overheats. Even with 21 single heat sinks, it still overheats. Like, you have to use the double heat sinks to get it online. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't even know if that's worth it, though. That's my thing, is I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, we're down to our last pilot. Let me see. Let me put some stuff in the junkie bin. Into the bin with them. Okay, we gotta send our 2 best mechs because we are running out. I'll use the Grasshopper again. It wasn't bad.
I guess I'll try the commando. Or not the commando, the Kintaro.
Alright, we just have to do this one. But yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
have to give up so much just to get the PPCs online, and especially in MechWarrior 5. It might not be as big of a deal in the previous games, but MechWarrior 5 introduced damage drop-off, where you have both a maximum range and then an optimal range. The optimal range is typically like half of the maximum range, and if you shoot beyond the optimal range, you lose damage. So even though the PPC can hit something at like 1 kilometer away, you're not doing 10 damage. Like when you shoot at a target with the PPC at 900 meters, you are not doing 10 damage. Like you are getting a damage reduction due to firing outside the optimal range, and then if you combine it with the fact that, you know, later on you're going to be fighting lots of veteran and elite pilots, they also get a damage reduction just due to being veteran and elite. You're basically generating a ton of heat and you're barely doing any damage. And like I said, you know, like PPC enthusiasts, yes, I'm aware that you can like score the headshots with the PPC. You know, if you can score headshots with the PPC, I'm sure it's probably a fine weapon. But the thing is, if you can score headshots with a PPC, you probably can score headshots with basically any weapon at that point.
So you may as well use a heavy rifle.
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Or anything like that. That could be your answer to anything. Oh, I can use medium lasers. I can use SRM. What? It doesn't even matter what weapon you use. If you're able to, like, if you can just cap mechs easily, then it doesn't even matter what weapon you use.
Target acquired.
So we got.
Spotted operating in the area. Watch out for them.
I'm gonna try to let the helicopters get here first, just so I can get rid of them, because I do have some arm-mounted lasers.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay, we got a whole lance of mechs here. That's interesting. They're kind of scattered, though.
Target
Let's go to
acquired.
this Vulcan first.
Yeah. The Vulcan is separated. I'm targeting the Vulcan right now. You know, I don't hate this grasshopper. The PPCX, I think, might make the grasshopper a thing.
Let's move back a little bit and let them come to us to separate a little bit more, because that is kind of ugly.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a glob of them. They're trying to hit me, but their accuracy is not coming through.
I mean, if we go to this town with our SRMs and PPCs, they're kind of screwed. Now we lay in wait.
That truck is an accident waiting to happen. Let me get him real fast. It looks like we're going to have to fight him as a lance, I think, but maybe not. This first one is getting a little aggressive.
I'm hoping they get kind of like chumped up a little bit on this.
So it's a Vulcan, a Jenner, a Shadowhawk, and then a Firestarter. Oh, you want to grab this Firestarter?
Yeah, because it's just going to heat me up. No way.
Okay, he's toast.
Next one's on us.
Heat critical.
Looks like I actually
Legs
do
up.
need all those heat sinks.
Incoming missile.
His legs nearly dead.
All enemies
Perfect.
inbound. They really are gunning for you, Commander. Watch out.
They're targeting me right now. I'm going to move into the city to try to shake them off of me.
Destroyed.
Another mech we need. I'll blast this one's legs off.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay, I almost got all the choppers.
Target destroyed.
I'll go up this hill and get rid of
That
the
it looks like that was the majority of the enemies there. It was just that one big lance, because like now they're
Then there's-
down to two, and one of them's that SRM 60 carrier.
Yeah, I have an SRM-60 carrier over here.
Target acquired. Target
Okay, this
destroyed.
one's down. Yeah, honestly, this grasshopper seems pretty decent.
Kill quarter has been reached, Commander. Rendezvous with us at the extraction point when you're ready.
I think I actually know what it's similar to. It's similar to a cataphract. The difference is that it has an SRM instead of an autocannon, because the cataphract is an autocannon, a PPC, and then 4 medium lasers.
Kind of reminds me of Quick Draw a little bit as well, actually.
So it's like with the big cannon, like the PPC, this actually feels pretty decent.
Welcome home.
It still overheats too, despite me complaining about the large quantity of heat sinks. So like that is a good sign though. If it's overheating, it means that it isn't underpowered in weaponry. If a mech never overheats, then I kind of feel like maybe I'm too heat efficient. Maybe I could strip off some stuff or put some hotter weapons on. All right, this is the last mission, so let's just take everything.
Yep, that was the last mission. Nice.
So we
pretty
collected the
consistent.
jump jets. That's 280,000 jump for C-bills for 6 jump jets. We'll take it. Let me throw this stuff in here. I know we got some stuff. The fire starter. So they're going to give us 1.1 million C-bills, 3 tier 4 flamers, and some heat sinks for... Oh, I'm not giving them the fire starter E. You can't have that. So for the commando, they want a commando. For 1.1 million C-bills, a tier 4 LRM-5, 5 tons of LRM ammo. I'll give them one of these beat-up-ass commando. We have plenty of 1Ds, so I'll give them one of those. That takes us to level 2 on Mech Collector, and we unlock Superior Detonation.
Nice. The Kintaro wasn't as warm as I thought it would be, actually. It was still pretty hot, but not as bad.
We need to go to an industrial hub, because I need to hire new people.
Yes, valid point. Probably need at least 2 pilots.
I always forget to hire people, just because like, the AI is always so unreliable that I just don't even care about them.
Also, if you want to change the high there, I don't know if you do or not, now's your chance.
Did you use the high there?
No, actually I haven't used it.
Yeah, you gotta use the high there once before we change it.
Go.
So let's go hire some people. I would a
Meet you in the
39,
ring.
39.
My
That's
history
pretty
is
good.
my business. Keep it like that, and we have a deal.
You're missing on the Xbox version when you get Goblin.
Oh yeah, the Xbox DLC.
Yeah.
I wonder why they gave the Xbox an exclusive character. I think the PlayStation gets an exclusive character too as well.
It's a bit random.
Like they get like a blue, because like the Goblin had like a green colored battle mech. I think they get a blue one. We have a Hero Warhammer. Wow.
We were looking for that for so long.
Yeah, 13 million C-bills that we currently would... Well, maybe not. Let me sell the Vulcan for 500k, another Vulcan for 500k, the Jenner 636, another Jenner 636. Let's sell the 1Ds off. I don't think we need more 1Ds.
Yeah, one's enough.
D's nuts.
It is the PPCX one, but I still think one's enough.
Um,
We're missing one. Oh, you put it in the bin.
In that case, I might... I mean, maybe I'll hang on to them. Yeah.
Keep one.
Oh, I know what to do. We can just stay in this industrial hub and do Solaris missions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that Solaris missions appear, and that means the hero mech won't despawn. But we're going to have to do that next stream because we are running up on time right now. It is
Holy moly.
6 o'clock.
That was a very fast 2 hours.
They roughed us up a little bit, but I kind of like that. As sometimes I'm like, damn, like we're getting our ass kicked. Yeah, no, it keeps the show kind of interesting. Just keeps like, what do you call it? It keeps the audience guessing, like, oh my god, who's gonna get fucking owned? The answer is the Commando and the Flea. Not terribly surprised though. Like the
But
Flea,
you know what?
I think the Flea really. I know people love the Flea. The Flea can be good, but you need to max out your piloting skill. I'm talking about
Ready, Commander.
right over here. So my pilot skill is 5 out of 10. You need to have a high piloting skill, because the higher your piloting skill, the lower the AI's accuracy is on you. You need to have a high piloting skill. Then the Flea can be workable, but even then, like I would never use the Flea over a fire starter. Just that the extra armor on the fire starter is absolutely worth it.
Yeah,
But
and like at the end of the day, we are reviewing these mechs, and the fact is that we're going to be using mechs that are not ideally and not super good.
yeah, I mean we're gonna see how we do it, how to make it work either way. But here's the schedule. So today's the 11th, Wednesday. So we played MechWarrior today. We're going to be alternating today. So tomorrow I'll be on Twitch, Generation Zero. That is a robot apocalypse survival game. So you're fighting like just crazy robots on foot. Then Friday I'll be back at the same. All of these are at the same time as usual. That's Eastern time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern time, UTC -4. And then once again, Generation Zero on Saturday. That's what the schedule looks like today. So come back on Friday if you want to see more MechWarrior 5 action. If Generation Zero sounds interesting to you, come back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. My Twitch channel is the same name as everything else. Also, if you'd like to join the community, here is a link. I do play games with the community. What I'm mainly playing right now is The First Descendant. So there is a link into the Discord. And I'm helping people through the First Descendant, boss runs, farming, helping people get resources and stuff. helping people farm items and stuff. Like, it's no big deal. Eventually, I'll form a guild. Maybe I'll even call it Ronin Fox Armored Security. But that will be the plan. Any closing thoughts from you, Dr. Sheriff Crab, and any closing questions from the audience before we get out of here?
No, I don't have any closing thoughts at all, other than that I think we're starting to build a picture of what mechs are early potential winners and a couple of losers without some upgrades to our pilots and upgrades to the mechs as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to use some of the commandos because I feel like I've been avoiding the commandos. Not for any particular reason, I just keep forgetting to use them. But yeah, we'll probably bring another 1D in, and I'll use the commando as well. I mean, it's kind of hard to want to use the commando when I've got the javelin, but I am interested in this 1D because the 1D has the PPC slot. I definitely am interested in a PPC at 97 kilometers. That could be interesting. Initial thoughts on the grasshopper? I have hope. Like, that PPC really has improved the grasshopper, and then this archer, it might be a little too cool. Like, I don't know, like, maybe I'll upgrade one of these into an LRM 20, so it'll be a 20 and a 15, kind of ugly, lopsided, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Those are my initial thoughts, though. So anyways, thanks for being real, chat, as usual, but this is the end for today. Fox and the Sheriff are getting out of here, so deuces, everyone. And remember that you don't have to be good to get good.